would you say your favorite part of this business? Of being a musician, of being in a band, of being in the whole music industry? What is your favorite part about it?
Oh, I love recording. Recording is a lot of fun.
Really?
Oh man, the recording process is a blast. I would love to get into production and produce other bands and that kind of thing.
Really?
It's so much fun to be in the studio and create and just have a blast. I mean, we're with people that we love and just have a blast. Playing live shows is fun, but touring is tough. Being on the road for weeks on end, away from family. I mean, it can definitely take a toll. It's not for everybody. But I also love playing songs live, especially, if I'll be looking at the crowd and I'll notice that a song's really connecting with somebody. Sometimes seeing somebody's eyes or that a song they might be singing means something really special. Like there's a song called Ocean Wide that deals with divorce and loss and forgiveness. And we've had so many stories about that song and how it's helped people's marriages. And we played a show one time. I saw this woman who knew every single word, and she was just bawling. And I saw on the other side of, 15 people away from her, there was a person who I thought of this person, actually walked over to her and just gave her the biggest hug, and they both just fell apart. It was hard to hold together. I thought, wow, this.
What a neat testimony you have to that love that person thought of her and wanted to go over and be there for her.
And so that's a very humbling part of what we do. Because any time that we see God using the art that we create, to heal somebody or to impact somebody's life.
And what is your least favorite part?
Oh, being away from family. That's definitely the hardest part. 3 great kids and an awesome wife, and we've been away from home for 6 weeks at a time once, and it's just brutal. So we don't do that anymore.
One last question: what is your vision for Christians in the art? I think you kind of answered it with what you were saying about the light and the salt.
With Christians in the art, I think it's important to, a couple things. It's important to be excellent at what you do, because, the fact is, like Christian music has played catch-up for a long time. For a long time, it was not as good as mainstream music. And I think if you're going to put God's name on something and call it Christian, then it better be as good as anything else out there. Otherwise you're not doing God justice. And so, as a Christian artist, as a Christian musician, be excellent at what you do, and put the work and practice into being the very best that you can be at it, and excelling so it stands out. I think that's so important, because I think that quality is something that people will see. And for the longest time, Christian music, and it still suffers from that because people have this perception of Christian music. Oh, it's cheesy, it's bad quality, and it's changing.
It is. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
There's music that's coming out that's
including
better.
Including your band, of course.
Thank you. But, we work with a lot of great people. Like the guy who produced our records, he's producing Leona Lewis and Kelly Clarkson right now. And he produced the Backstreet Boys records, and he's super talented. And he's a Christian guy, very passionate, but he's excellent at what he does. I think that sticks out. So. And I think that it's important to not remain within our Christian subculture, but to make art that can stand within the culture. If we're singing songs for other Christians, there's a need for that. There's definitely a need to edify the church. But I want to make art that's out in the middle of the culture.
It's leading culture and
exactly.
Culture.
Because we've kind of abdicated that role of being cultural leaders a while ago. The church used to make music that was the culture.
Yeah.
And it's like we've given up that role of being a leader in the culture. We've kind of become this little Christian ghetto, if you will, little Christian subculture. And
I think that Elvis song stuck in my head.
look at and it doesn't have to be that way. You know, we can make stuff that is so excellent that it's ahead of the curve, and
It's not following the trends. It's
absolutely.
creating the trends.
There's an artist named Sufjan Stevens.
Yeah.
He's so creative,
Yeah.
respected by people across all genres and faiths, and he's just a passionate believer, you know. But he's making a difference in the culture.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of artists like that. The Jonas Brothers are a good example. I know those guys. Known them for a long time.
They're Christians.
Good Christian boys.
That's good to
Their
know
dad
because my
is-
niece loves Snow.
Oh, they're awesome. They're great parents, and they're so well grounded. And I mean, they're outspoken about their purity. They've even got teased about it.
Really?
But
I haven't been paying attention enough to.
But it's great, you know, because they're about as middle of the culture as you can get. You know,
Yeah.
the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah. Apparently, so my niece likes Joe.
Oh, Joe, yeah.
The one with the straight hair. She
Sure.
does well.
Nicholas Jonas actually wants to open for us.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my niece that, and you're going to be huge.
That's
hero
like
in
most
her
9 to 12-year-olds' favorite thing about us is that Nicholas Jonas wants to open.
life. Well, great. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this
Oh,
with
yeah,
me and
thanks.
just talk about your faith and art and how that intersects and all.
Absolutely, thanks.
Cool. Thank you.